Lots of Zwifty update news to share here today on the GPLama YouTube channel, with the April 2023 game updates slowly rolling out across all platforms, and Zwift releasing what's coming up this summer, 2023, in-game. Now, there's a number of things that people have wanted to see for a very, very long time, soon to be appearing. We'll get into the details in just one moment after covering off release 1.34. Now, the key point here is the new Pack Dynamics 4. That has a whole post in itself, but in general, what you need to know about Pack Dynamics is more realism, less of the washing machine effect. The main points listed by Flint from Zwift over on their forums is that larger packs should have less rider movement than before, with riders holding more consistent positions. Your avatar will shuffle around less in groups. Now, provided the group are riding consistently, as they might do with pace partners, and the pace isn't changing too drastically, Zwifters dropped from that group should now have an easier time bridging back up to the group, and Zwifters that attempt to break away from a group should now have a slightly easier time staying away. Flint says that it does not guarantee more breakaways though. You'll still need to work together to keep the peloton behind you. I believe Pack Dynamics 4 has rolled out server-side across all platforms regardless of the game version you have. So if you don't have 1.34 just yet, you'll still be riding with Pack Dynamics 4. And if you've experienced some changes in the bunch, that's what it's all about. Keen to hear your feedback on that. I'll also link below to the forum post, where I'm sure people are getting very, very feedbacky on that. Other things here, Zwifters with banked XP will now see their rider score match their level progress in graph positions, so some bug fixes there. Rider score is now shown as runner score in running, and this next one is very, very cool, and a quality of life update that people have wanted to see for a very, very long time. From game version 1.34 onwards, if you're dropping into a pace partner ride from the home screen and you just happen to be still on a TT bike, which has no drafting, there'll be a new prompt that allows you to quickly swap from that TT bike over to the default Zwift road bike when joining a pace partner. Now look, that road bike isn't anything special, but it's going to be a lot better than a TT bike, which again, you don't get any drafting effect in a group with. The following 4 or 5, if you count Android, updates here on the changelog are miscellaneous fixes and updates. One here, the holo replays will no longer fly when riding the Alp. There's a few fixes for start times in time trial events and HUD improvements there too. So that's the nuts and bolts of 1.34 for April 2023. If you don't have it now, as I said, you'll get it in the next day or two or week or so, as it is a staged rollout. Okay, now on to what's coming, and some of these are very, very cool. Now, typically I'd pull up the Zwift official website and run you through that, but we all go to zwiftinsider.com, don't we? Because Eric and crew do a great job over there. Alrighty, highlighted new features rolling out this summer, starting off with Coffee Stop. Coffee Stop coming in May, and this is exactly what you think it is. We've all started a ride only to realize we've forgot an essential like a water bottle or a sweat towel, or maybe sometimes you're halfway through a ride, you need to take a nature break or get a caffeine hit to finish your last few miles. Coffee Stop, in a nutshell, will allow you to pause your ride and continue to be with the bunch for up to 3 minutes. Now, if you're a speedy Tom Dumoulin in the toilet and get back prior to that 3 minutes, you can click on Done and get back to riding with the bunch. Now, there's a few gotchas with this. It cannot be abused, so you can't just jump into a ride and coffee stop your whole way through. There are definitely limitations with this, and I'll discuss all the details when this new coffee stop feature drops. That's meant to be in May, so let's keep an eye out for that one. Next up, and one of the ones I'm really, really excited to see, and that is Rider Teleport, allowing you to teleport within the same world to other pace partners or other friends or people you follow on Zwift. You can see the screenshot there, popping up from the action bar, allowing you to select the different pace partner, and away you'll go. You'll drop into wherever they are. Now, note, this is on the same world, so you can't teleport from, say, Mercury Islands over to Watopia and over to France. That's not going to happen, not just yet anyway. But the scenario I see this being very, very useful is dropping into a pace partner ride. Sometimes you want to ride with the B group, but without a warm-up, that's really, really difficult. Let's just say you start off with the D group for 5 minutes, then join the C group for 5 minutes, then join the B group for 5 minutes, and then join the A group for about 3 minutes before you get tired and go back to B, C, or D. Effectively making yourself an on-the-fly workout with bunch rides. Now, a lot of us have been doing this anyway with throwing U-turns when another pack goes past, but it can be a bit tricky to know which pace partner is going in which direction and where exactly they are. With this, Teleport solves that problem. You can jump straight to A, B, C, D, or any of your friends at any time. Super cool stuff. It's going to make an absolute mess of your Strava graphs, and fingers crossed it doesn't then add to your kilometers or miles on Strava. I don't think it will. I think once you teleport from A to B, that straight line that it may draw shouldn't be included in your kilometer count, but we'll see what happens when this one rolls out. Anyhow, teleporting coming soon. That's listed as coming this summer. As you've no doubt picked up on already, there are changes coming to the action bar down below on the Zwift screen. That's where the coffee stop will be enabled, that's where your teleportation can be actioned from, and also the emotes, so the ride on, I'm toast, hammer time will also be condensed into the one emotes section as you see here on screen. So if you're looking for that unhappy toast, that's where it's soon going to be living. Climb portal. This is a very, very interesting one, and Zwift are super vague on exactly what this is all about. The text here over on Zwift Insider says, join other Zwifters and ride through these 2 new portals to experience some of the real world's most famous climbs. Now we've already got Alpe de Zwift, we've got Ventoux, we've got Epic KO. Is that Epic KOM a real? Epic KOM's a real, isn't it? Anyhow, this new feature will allow Zwift to, well, what they say here is that Zwift will put you in a totally new Zwift environment with a completely new visual experience. They're very, very vague on what that visual experience is, but which still replicates real-world places. Zwifters will get to test themselves on legendary grades and iconic switchbacks with other riders. At launch, 2 of the climbs available through the portal will be Col de Tourmalet and Col de Aspen. Both storied for their prominence in some of history's most exciting bike races. Other climbs will be available as well. Now, not a lot of detail on this whatsoever, and it does have hints of RGT's magic roads. But given they've already defined what routes they're putting on there or what climbs they're putting on there themselves, I don't think it will be user controlled. What I'll speculate though is that Zwift will then maybe spin up guest climbs in this new portal that coincide with real life events, maybe the Tour de France Femmes, Giro d'Italia, or the Volta a España. Maybe they'll take some climbs that are taking place in the real world, throw them into Zwift for a week or 2 and hold events around those. The big question mark though is, what is that visual experience? Now they've used the word portal, which the godfather of Zwift, John Mayfield, did demonstrate, I think it was around 10 years ago in this video here, but that was more for workouts, not for simulated climbs, replicating the real world. Anyhow, I think this is going to be quite big for Zwift. I don't know any more information other than this, but once I find out more, here is the place you'll find out. Oh, and also Zwift Insider. Okay, other minor updates coming this summer. Keep everyone together. So turning Keep Everyone Together on in club events will be an option. There's also club notification control, so you can stop all the chitter chatter or club events popping up in your notifications. And Zwift will also be adding an option for player highlights. So you can see here within the bunch, you can pick yourself out a lot easier than being in the mix with everybody else. Especially important if you're riding an event where everybody's in the same kit. It's almost impossible to see exactly where you are. With this player highlight, it should be a little easier. Alrighty, with that, we'll leave it there today. That's April 2023 with Game Update 1.34. A few extra things coming along with that, and a closer look at what we know so far with what's coming this summer, again if you live north of this line here, on Zwift. Let us know your thoughts below in the comments. Are these some of the features that you've been waiting for? Do you think they missed something that everyone's been asking for? Let us know in the comments below and we'll see you down there. Thanks for watching.